Everybody who's watching this later because they didn't know that I was streaming tonight. I didn't even know. Look, I'm in my t-shirts. Whatever. This is actually okay. Obviously, I'm discombobulated. I started a stream like on the whim 5 minutes ago about a completely different topic. That failed. I deleted it. I thought I'll go do something else. And then I was like, well, I should probably work on some art stuff. And then I was like, well, I'm sitting here already. Maybe I'll just stream doing it and show some processes that I'm currently doing, that will not blow anyone's mind, but maybe it'll blow somebody's mind. Um, so that's what we're doing. I am literally just going to do a little bit of work and show you what I am doing it. Because I failed at my other thing that I was trying to do, which was Warp Fusion, by the way. But it turns out I need a Collab Pro account, and I am going to have to wait a bit to pay for that because I don't have the money for it right now. Been spending too much money, y'all. Been spending too much money. You know, I'm wearing a t-shirt that costs as much as a Collab Pro account, more than so. And it's just a really ugly Bert and Ernie t-shirt because I was just walking by a boutique and I saw it and I was like, oh, because my dogs are named Bert and Ernie. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. And then I went up to the teller and they rung me up and they told me how much it was. And I was too embarrassed to walk away. So I just ended up spending an exorbitant amount for like a big baggy Sesame Street t-shirt that I'm never going to wear anywhere other than outside this house. So that happened and now I can't do Warp Diffusion. But it's okay. We're going to work with Automatic 1111 and nobody's watching anyway because I usually stream on Wednesdays. But I'm streaming tonight because I wasn't able to stream last night. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? Life isn't always perfect. I've been in this really weird mood lately. I'm not this weird mood. The last couple of days, I've just felt like there's something like hanging, like something terrible is going to happen. Like, just, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just latent anxiety. Okay, well, I hope everyone is doing wonderful who perhaps decides to watch this later. Let's go ahead and get Auto 111 running. And to do that, I'm also very tired. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. I'm just pure, I don't even know. Desktop. Maybe I'm just hoping somebody fun shows up so I can talk to them. Okay, GitHub. Fusion. Web user bat. I'm working on a project right now. And it is hard, not gonna lie. And I'm getting distracted by Twitter. No, it doesn't matter. Oh my god, I'm just seeing my face right now and I look so not into it. Look. Tired. I didn't put my face on. Whatever. This is just how I am on a regular basis. Okay, so let me share. Let me open first off. Oh, it's not ready yet. I can keep chatting. Or I can just whatever. I also wanted to play some music for myself because maybe that'll make me feel better. Do you know how sometimes music just helps your soul? See if I can do that. I wish that Twitch had the thing that Discord had, which like shows you what you're playing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to. I don't want to listen to my speaker. I want to listen to my headphones. And my headphones have not been working recently because I changed everything trying to figure out how to use freaking OBS. Um, and then I had to change things back, and then it stopped working. I don't know why. Say it. Oh, because it's not playing. Guys, why does everything suck so hard? I swear to God, everything sucks right now. But it's fine, because that happens sometimes, you know? Sometimes I think great. Sometimes you gotta.
Cool. Cool. So excited. So excited. Well, it's a good thing that someone showed up and told me that. And people can just ignore the first half because no one was here anyway. And I can just edit it out. And we'll just pretend like all of that didn't happen. Sweet. So thanks. Thanks, Radish Pope. Appreciate it. Just so you know, this is just a pop-up stream. I wasn't planning to do it. I just sort of sat down to work and thought, Why, what didn't happen? Well, you'll never know. You'll never know. Everything that I talked about for the past 10 minutes didn't happen, which is literally just talking about my t-shirt and why I'm doing a pop-up stream on not my usual nights. So it wasn't that interesting. But yeah, I'm just doing a pop-up stream. So I sat down to work and was like, screw it. I guess I'll just do some streaming because I wasn't able to do it last night when I usually stream. But because it's pop-up, I didn't really have a plan. And we're just kind of fucking hanging out while I try to get some work done for an hour or two. So I am working on a project, like a 200 plus piece project. And the idea behind it has been, thank you. It is cool. And you don't even see the full thing about it. It's got Bert and Ernie on it. My dogs are Bert and Ernie. I was basically talking about how I couldn't get my Google Colab until next week because I spent the amount for Google Colab on this t-shirt by accident. Because I was walking by a boutique shop on my birthday, and I was like, oh, I saw the shirt, and my dog's names are Bert and Ernie, and I was like, oh, I'll get that shirt. Like, that's cute. Went to grab it, took it up to the teller, which, it looked like a $15 shirt. And it was $75. And I was too embarrassed to tell the teller that I didn't want it. So I spent the money. And that's why I'm not using Google Colab right now for Warp Fusion and instead pivoting to this project. That is the story. Because I bought a t-shirt that I will only wear inside. Okay. So, as I was saying, I am working on a project that is going to be dropping far in the future, but it's like a 200 thing. And the whole thing about it is sort of the growth of and expansion of style. So I created a model off of a style that I did last year. And I am now working on a couple pieces sort of in the mid version of that to then fasten another style, and that of which I will create another model off of. So that's what I'm doing. I'm tired. I'm not my perky, wonderful, usual, beautiful self, but guess what? We can't always be that. And sometimes it's okay to not be, and we should love all aspects of ourselves. So I'll just go ahead and get started working, and I'll kind of talk and walk as I do it. And it's going to be super awkward and weird because sometimes it's weird to work on private stuff in public. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I already have my thing in there. I have a style that I already generated, so I can... No, I'm not fishing. You don't have... I am so happy that you didn't. Honestly, 100%. Love it. Okay, so... Oh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. So I already have a style that I saved in here. And I've gotten to a point where I am doing ControlNet for this part of it. So I've been using ControlNet to bring in some images from Midjourney, because Midjourney, does a great job of just making some images. So I have some things that I have. The song I'm listening to right now is very funny. Okay, desktop. I'm just going to save that there. And then I'm going to come down to ControlNet. And I have 2 versions of ControlNet on. And I'm going to hit enable. And if I remember correctly, I've been playing with these a little bit, but I love it. I'm glad. No pressure. No pressure at all. Okay. But how are you doing, Radish Pope? I love your name. Are you the Pope of radishes? Or I don't know. Just curious where that name came from. Okay, so I'm gonna go to soft edge. And this is a pretty dark image, so I'm gonna do head. Look, Radish of the Popes. I love it. I love it. Radish of the Popes. Okay, cool. Gonna do soft edge here, and then and then bring in my image, which isn't here. Yes. Do you want to go to where I saved you, which was desktop? I think I saved you to desktop. I'm saving you a bunch of times, and I'm saving it to downloads. It's fine. Let's save you to desktop. Save. Dabbled a bit with AI, using it a bit for work, but always end up painting a lot over it anyways. Yeah, I would say that for sure. Have you found that it helps your process even though you have to do post work on it? Does it make it any faster or easier for you? Okay, and then I'm going to go into ControlNet to the second one. And I'm going to do a depth on it because I love me some depth. Depth. And, I don't know what these actually mean and or do in like a technical way. I've just messed with them enough that I sort of know what they do. I like using the soft edge head on dark pictures that are really dark. I feel like it brings a nice color out into it. Okay, so 512, 768 is the size of these. I'm starting very low in my res, and then I'm doing a high res fix. That's a lot for quick iterations on environments, getting some elements for photo bash, or idea of colors and moods. Yep, I agree 100%. Especially when you're doing client work, AI is definitely limited, and I definitely do a lot of post that way as well, unless I'm just like getting people basically stock image-esque things. But for my personal work, I definitely like leaning into some of the weirdness of AI, so I don't do quite as much post. I leave a lot of the artifacts in there just because I really like that as part of its medium. Okay, so I think I set this up the way that I have had it. Let me run it and see if it works or if I got distracted and wasn't working well. Is it working? It's not working. I have a like ongoing. Oh, it's just setting everything up because it's not a thing. I have an ongoing like graphic design. Sorry, I am so tired. Graphic design job that I do, but I don't do it quite as much. But yes, I used to freelance a lot. Now I work at Stability AI. So I'm not doing as much. I'm not really doing any work for clients. I'm really kind of just only doing personal work now. Okay, great. So here we go. We're getting one of the outputs here. Thing that I hoped for. So it's taking a hot minute because I'm streaming. Yeah, doing personal and buying overpriced. It was a mistake. It was a mistake and it was pride. You know what I mean? I should have walked away. I didn't. I regretted it. Oh, guys, I don't know about this. This might be a short stream if it's going to take this freaking long because I'm streaming. Definitely makes this lag. My poor little 3090 isn't as fast as it wants or needs to be. Ooh, lordy. Oh, you know what it is? Oops, de-doopsie. Well, I'll let it run. I'm making it too big. I am starting them at 512, 768, and I'm going to upscale them later. Oopsie doopsie. That's why it's taking so long. Looks nice, though. Doesn't really fit the style. It's interesting how much changing the size will actually affect the style. So this is lovely in a way, but it also bizarrely kind of loses some of its definition and form when I make it big like this. It's interesting. So I'm not going to upscale it. I'm going to try this again. Ah, see how different it is? And that's just by changing the size. Isn't that interesting? I can't tell you why. I don't know why. I'm not a dev, but this is more of what I was going for. Yeah, way more tight. Okay, cool. I like how this is. You know what? I might have done this one already, but I like how this one is set up. So I'm going to run like a couple more and then sort of pick what I want. But as I said before, I have basically, I spent a good day or so like setting up this style. Well, I've spent months and months setting up this style because I obviously made a bunch of stuff and then trained my own model on it, etc. So now it's just running a bunch of stuff and doing some curation and then taking those and going into Adobe Photoshop and using their new generative fill to make them a little bit wider and add a little bit more stuff. And then I can take those and create another model. And that's kind of going to be what this whole thing is going to be, sort of an iteration on top of an iteration on top of an iteration. So yeah, we're just working on that. Da, da, da. And let's think about what we want next to be the next one. So let's look at these and see what we like. This one's very nice. I definitely like how nice the shadow is here. Yeah, like a lot of this. The ear's a little messed up, but that's fine. And I love how it looks like they're basically one down here. This one is a lot brighter, but I don't particularly like it as much. This one doesn't have enough stuff going on here. I think that first one I like the best. Really like the definition and stuff that's happening in this one. So I'm going to run a couple more, and then I'm going to play with them in Photoshop. But I have to make some new images. Shida bada. It's been really interesting choosing images for this. This one obviously is a little bizarro, whatever's going on with her arm, but I feel like it will might transfer over really interestingly to Steve in the morning, Steve in the eve, Steve at the morning back I love me. I'm gonna do that one. Yes, I'm gonna replace Run Stevie to Jahan. I have a feeling this one isn't quite as dynamic as I would like it to be in position wise, but maybe something will come out of it. Yes, I'm giving for free. I'll run this one another time, one more time, and see what happens with this too. Okay, so great, awesome. Let me drop in some. Why aren't these saving? I'm saving them on my desktop, aren't I? Why am I insane? I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm having an insane time. I'm going cray. I do not know Mark Fielding on ArtStation. 90% AI, 10% painting on Procreate. I mean, I think that's a good amount of maybe what people do. I don't know him. Is it bad or is it good? Ah! I thought on ArtStation AI wasn't really happening on ArtStation. Why is this not saving? Am I crazy? Okay, I'll definitely take a look at them in a second. Okay, well, fine. For some reason, it really wants to save it in my downloads. So, no, wait, it's not. It's just not saving it. Save image. Save it. Save it. Perfect. Thank you. Lovely. Open. The guy in this is very not lit very well, so I don't know what the fuck's going to happen here. So let's just run it. Oh, I'm accidentally running 4. That's fine. Really? Let me look him up. Mark Fielding. ArtStation. Oh, yeah. I mean, does he do any painting ever? These are great. Yeah, it looks like he runs them and then he does some work to give it like a painty, old style look. I don't know if it's 10%. Well, I'm looking at Tank Girls right now. Let's see, look at some of the other stuff. Let's Tank Girls. Oh, he says 90% AI, 10%. Okay, I could see that. Werewolves.